Hello. I'm Leonardos, and as you see, the 11th of Cyber 2024 has landed. If you don't know what this event is about, refer to the first in the description or click on the link in the pinned comments. If you want to join us, click the second link. And yeah, off we go. Today's topic, Wi-Fi attacks. Another cool red team stuff. I like it. The much-awaited stockmas of Werewolf Town is just days away. Glitch, the unsung hero, is closing all the doors to many malware's malicious intentions one by one. However, there is still much more to do. Skiddy took a thoughtful breath. Mirror can still find his way in. Glitch smiled confidently. I think I know the last technique he relies on to get to networks. Skiddy stands up for her chair with a surge of excitement. Let me guess, it's a notorious way to get into a network. A Wi-Fi attack? Glitch nods decisively. Exactly. Let's be one step ahead of the mayor. Today we're gonna learn what is Wi-Fi, how important it is for the organization, different Wi-Fi attacks, and WPA too. And that's exactly what I love about AOC. There's plenty of new topics. These lessons are short, to the point, and then if I recall correctly, refer you to all the different stories you can learn more about. That was case with XXC, Democrat team, phishing, and all that stuff. Alright, enough time. Clement, off we go. What do we need here? We need VM, attack box, and credentials. First, let's start the machine. I have my own attack box, quote unquote, because it's a Kali machine running a VM. But also we get the credentials. Alright. Start the machine. It has started. Yeah, so we need to wait a minute. And off we go. What is Wi-Fi? The importance of the internet in our lives is universally acknowledged without the need for any justification. Wi-Fi is the technology that connects our devices to the global network, the internet. This seamless connection to the internet appears to be wireless for our devices, which is true to some extent. Our devices are connected wirelessly to the router, which acts as a bridge between us and the internet, and the router is connected to the internet via a wired connection. To connect to Wi-Fi, we turn it on from our devices and lists all the available Wi-Fi networks around us. This list comprises the access points, often the routers, that are broadcasting Wi-Fi signals with unique SSID network name. You can connect to any of these if you know the correct password, also known as pre-shared key (PSK). Once successfully connected to a network via Wi-Fi, you'll be assigned an IP address inside that network, which will uniquely identify you and help you communicate with our devices. It is just like becoming a member of a family assigned with a name that the whole family trusts. This shows about that here we just connected to Q, K, yeah, it's Q and O, never mind. Calling machine. With all this connection of Wi-Fi, it seems like a door to our internet access, and every Wi-Fi connection forms a family of devices. Would you allow someone you don't really know to become part of a family? Not really. Probably because of the privileges a family member has, nobody from outside should ever get those. Most organizations rely on the internet for their business functioning. Using a wired connection for all employees to connect to the internet raises concerns about costs, efficiency, and flexibility at work. So, organizations use Wi-Fi for their networks to connect their employees to the internet. As the employees connect to the organization's network, they form a family of interconnected devices. The devices inside the network can communicate with each other and request or respond to any requests. Organizations tend to recruit trustworthy and professional employees to avoid any misuse of their privileges inside the network. However, a malicious actor from outside the organization could still see the broadcasted Wi-Fi SSID of the organization's network. When they turn their Wi-Fi on, this might not seem to be a problem as the attacker does not know the password, but the attacker actually has some other plans as well. Attacks on Wi-Fi. There are several techniques attackers use to exploit Wi-Fi. Techniques are discussed here solely for educational purposes, and not for attempts or compromised networks are illegal and may lead to severe legal consequences. Yeah, just don't do it if you don't have permission from the owner or you're not the owner themselves. First, the Evil Twin attack. In this case, the attacker creates a fake access point and has a similar name to one of your Trust Wi-Fi access points. Of course, it can't be the exact same. If Trust Wi-Fi's name is Home Internet and the attacker creates a fake access point named Home Internet or something similar, it is difficult to differentiate. The attack starts with the attacker sending the authentication packet to all the users connected to their legitimate Wi-Fi access points. This user should face repeated disconnections from the network after this. With frustration, the user are usually likely to open the Wi-Fi access points list for troubleshooting and will find the attacker's Wi-Fi with almost similar names and with greater signal strength. They will go to connect it, and once connected, the attacker could see all the traffic to or from the internet. Alright, so we first send the RF packets to the layer access point, and yeah. Row access point. This attack objective is similar to the one of the evil twin. In this pack, the attacker sets up an open Wi-Fi access point near or inside the organization's physical premises to make it available to users with a good signal strength. So the users inside the organization may accidentally join this network when their devices are set to connect automatically to open Wi-Fi. The attacker can intercept all the communication after the users connect to this rogue access point. The next one is VPS stack. And Wi-Fi protected setup was created to allow users to connect their Wi-Fi using 8-digit PIN without remembering the complex password. However, this 8-digit PIN is vulnerable in some networks to its insecure configuration. The attack is made by initiating a WPS handshake with the router, capturing the router's response, which contains some data related to the PIN and is vulnerable to brute force attacks. Some of the captured data is brute forced and the PIN is successfully extracted along with the pre-shared key. Then we have the WPA to crack. Wi-Fi Protected Access (WPA) was created to secure wireless communication. It uses strong encryption algorithm. However, the security of this protocol is heavily influenced by the length and complexity of pre-shared key. While cracking WPA, attackers start by sending the out packets to a legitimate user of the Wi-Fi network. Once the user disconnects, they try to reconnect to the network, and a four-way handshake with the router takes place during this time. Meanwhile, the attacker turns its adapter into monitor mode and captures the handshake. After it's captured, the attacker can crack the password by using brute force dictionary on the captured handshake file. Max K looks to Glitch and asks, "What kind of attack you're thinking of demonstrating today?" Glitch paces back and forth before coming to a sudden stone and says, "Today I'll be showing you how the WPA-WP2 cracking attack works." As mentioned above, WPA-WP2 cracking begins by listening to Wi-Fi traffic, capture the four-way handshake between the device and the access point. Since waiting for the device to connect or reconnect can take some time, the F packets are sent to the disconnect client, forcing it to reconnect and initiate a new handshake, which is captured. After the handshake is captured, the attacker can track the password by using brute force or dictionary text on the captured handshake file. Alright, so we have our device monitor mode, and we send the F package. Alright. The WP password cracking process involves capturing a Wi-Fi handshake to attempt a PSK decryption. First, an attacker places the wireless adapter into monitor mode to scan for networks, then targets a specific network to capture the four-way handshake. Once it's captured, the attacker runs a brute force or dictionary attack using a tool like aircrack to attempt to match wordless against the passphrase. WP four-way handshake is a process that helps the client device and the Wi-Fi router confirm they both have the right password or pre-shared key. Here's a simplified rundown of what happens. Router sends a challenge, so the client has to prove it knows the password without sharing it. Client responds with encrypted information, and then getting encrypted using PSK. Then router verifies and sends confirmation if it's the right or not, and connection is established. The vulnerability lies in the fact that the attacker can capture this four-way handshake. They're listening when the device connects with the handshake data. They can use it as a basis to attempt offline brute force or dictionary attack. Especially, they try different possible passwords and test each one to see if it will produce the captured handshake data, eventually cracking the PSK they match. Alright, we need to connect to the SSH. So scroll up a little, let's copy just this. A password is just yes, I want to connect, and it's password 321. Alright, that's clear. On our current stage session, run the command iv dev to show any wireless devices and their configuration that we have available for us to use. Have the VLAN interface. Alright. The device interface VLAN is available to us, and there are two important details to take away from this output that will be useful for us. The address, it's MAC bus ID. It stands for Basic Subverse Set Identifier, and so you can identify it for wireless device or access points, physical address. Type is shown as manage. This is the standard mode used by most Wi-Fi devices to connect to Wi-Fi networks. In manage mode, the device acts as a client, an access point to join a network. There's another mode called monitor, which we'll discuss shortly. Now we would like to scan for nearby Wi-Fi networks using our WLAN2 device. We can use sudo iv devlan to scan. Devlan specifies the wireless device you want to work with, and scan tells iv to scan the area for available Wi-Fi networks. Alright, so I guess we need to go back to terminal and type sudo hello. Alright, so it's probably gonna wait some time. Such doesn't work, I'll just kill all. Export IP. Or just ping it. Oh. Alright, it responds, so it should be fine. Password 321. I'll just type it. Yeah, I typed it. Password 321. Alright, that's good. Type in sudo iv dev lan2 scan. And we need to let it run. Alright, we have it now. It's similar output that's here. And there's a lot of information to dissect here, but here are most important details that indicate the device is an access point. The BES ID and SID device are 2002 something and malware and access point. Yes, that's malware and the BS address. Where's the address? Yeah, here BSS. Yep, that's it. Since the ID is shown, neither devices have advertising a network name, which access points do to allow clients to discover the network. Presence of RSN or security network indicates networks using WPA as RSN in a part of a WPA2 standard. WPA2 networks typically use the RSN to define the encryption and authentication settings. Let's see RSN, yep, here the version 1. The group and pairwise ciphers are CCMP, counter module cyber blockchain message authentication code protocol, that's the firewall name, is the encryption method used by WPA. Then the action suits the value inside RSN is PSK, indicating that this is a WPA2 personal network where, yeah, suits PSK, yep. Another important detail is the DS parameter set value, which shows channel 6. Channel in terms of Wi-Fi refers to specific frequency range within the broader Wi-Fi range spectrum that allows wireless devices to connect with each other. There are various Wi-Fi channels, and they all help distribute traffic across various frequency ranges to reduce interference. Two most common channels are 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. In the 2.4 band, channels 1, 6, and 11 are commonly used because they don't overlap, minimizing interference. In the 5 GHz band, there are many more channels available, allowing more networks to coexist without interference. Now will be a good time to discuss another type that we can use on some wireless devices: monitor mode. This is a special mode primarily used for network analysis and security auditing. In this module, the Wi-Fi interface listens to all the wireless traffic on a specific channel, regardless of whether it is directed to the device or not. It passively captures all network traffic within range for analysis without joining a network. If we want to check for LAN 2 in interface can use monitor mode. To achieve this, we'll run the command sudo ip link set the device to... so let's go. Sudo ip link set device LAN to down. So we're probably just gonna turn it off. Then we use sudo iv dev LAN to set type monitor. And then we probably have to replace down here with... We can confirm that our interface is monitor mode with the command sudo iv dev LAN to info. Sudo iv dev LAN to info. Yep, we have a monitor mode. Now let's create one more SSH session. We want to have two separate terminals in order to clearly see how the attack works. You can align the SSH terminals however you like, but here is an example of how you should look like. Alright, let's go with SSH. And just put the IP. It's password 123. No, 321. On the first terminal, we start by capturing Wi-Fi traffic in the area, specifically targeting WPA handshake packages. We can do this with the command sudo aerodump ngwm2. This command provides a list of nearby Wi-Fi networks and shows important details like signal strength, channel, and encryption type. This information is already known to us from our previous commands. Yeah, password 321. Right, that's clear. That's clear as well. So we first, by default, AirDump will automatically switch the static wireless device to monitor mode if the interface supports it. Let's just do it. Sudo aerodump -ng VLAN2. So off it goes. The output reveals the information we already knew before, such as the BSID, SID, and the channel. However, in this particular output, we are also given the channel, where our target. SID is the signal. Channel 6. Yep. First, in the current terminal, let's cancel aerodump using Ctrl+C and then execute the command output file. This command targets specific network and MAC address of the access point which you want to capture, and the traffic saves the information to a few files. Let's start with the name output-file. These files will be used to craft PSK. Up the goal of this command is to capture a four-way handshake. We check for any clients that may be connected to the access point. If a client is already connected, then we can perform the authentication attack. Otherwise, for any new client that connects next, we will capture the four-way handshake. In this particular scenario, a client is already connected. The output will look the same at first until we receive enough information about the connected client, which will be displayed at the bottom of our output. It's important to leave this command running until we learn it yet. Alright. We need to cancel this and now choose channel 6 -VSSID. Let's show to 00 and 00 like 2, 4, 5. Yep. And then dash W and just output file LAN2. There's no LAN here. Right, let's go. It's going great. Let's go. It should take between 1 to 5 minutes before receiving client information. In our case, show like this. He got the station, the PWR rate, lost frames, not probes, all like that. Note that the station section shows the device's BSID. Of this that's connected to the access point. The connection will be attacked. Now we are ready to the next step. On the second terminal, we launch the authentication attack. Because the client is already connected, we want to force them to reconnect to the access point, forcing it to send the handshake packets. You can break it down into 3 steps. First, send the auth packet. Until AirPlay NG sends the auth packets to either a specific client or to all clients connected to the access point, broadcast stack. These are essentially disconnect commands that force the client to drop its current Wi-Fi connection. Then we are forcing every connection. When the client is disconnected, it automatically tries to reconnect to Wi-Fi network. During this reconnection, the client and access point perform the four-way handshake as part of the re-authentication process. Then we are capturing the handshake and aero dump and crack. I can do this with sudo airplay gia dash or flag indicates we're doing the DOS attack. -1 is the number of DOS to send, and A indicates the BSID and C the BSID of the client to the authenticate. Now if we look back on our first terminal, we see the WPA handshake shows down on top. Alright, so just first run it. Send. Let's go. Yep, we should get now. Now if we look back on our terminal, we'll see WPA handshake shown on top right, but as WPA handshake 0202. Yep, we have it here. All this information is being saved into our output files. In the next second terminal, we can use capture WPA handshake to attempt to crack the WPA to passphrase. We're performing a dictionary attack to match the passphrase against each entry in a specific word list file. A shattered version of the infamous raw queue has already been provided for us to use. It's located in home glitch. The passphrase is weak and appears in the word list and eventually be cracked. The command sudo blah 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 will do this for us, where the -a2 indicates WPA, WPA2 attack, WP indicates BSID, text point, and -w dictionary to use for the attack. Finally, we select the output that we'll be using will contain the forward handshake that we'll be cracking. So let's go sudo aircrack-ng-a 2-b 0 1 2 3 4 5 and w/home/glitch/rock-u.txt and now output wildcard cat. Now we need to use sudo not sudo. Red, which we found. So if you get packets contain no equal data level process AP error, this means that you ran aircrack-ng prior to the handshake being captured, or that the handshake wasn't captured at all. If that's the case, then we do all the steps in order to capture the WPA. Alright, but we capped it, so yeah. The PSK, we can now join the malware and PX. In a typical engagement, we would do this to inspect the new network, or in some cases, join the access point is enough to show input. First, place Ctrl-C on the command that terminal has error dump. Yep. In order to stop it, we do this because we will not be able to join the Wi-Fi network while error dump is running due to the fact that we are actively using the interface in monitor mode. Then execute as follows. Alright, let's go with WPA passphrase malware access point. It's /champ24, and then here it's -what. It's gonna save it into config, and then we do sudo wpa supplicant -b-c config -interface flantier. If you can't get with information, you can ignore it. Also, you notice that WPA supplicant has automatically switched our WLAN into the interface management mode. Yeah. IV devices. Yep, it's back to managed. Give it about 10 seconds, checking the wireless interfaces once again with IVDef, show that we have joined the malware MAP-SID. Yep, we have the SID. It's amazing. MaxKD looked in AIF as glitch flawlessly exposed the weakness in the Wi-Fi network. Glitch pointer says, the password is pretty weak, I must say. I wouldn't have been surprised if the mayor had already found a way. MaxKD has to work right away, while Glitch thinks about what's next. Glitch Thomas says, I'm very curious if the mayor knows much about race conditions and how will that affect us. Alright, so yeah, race conditions are pretty cool, so maybe next tasks about it. I need to check it, but yeah, let's now fill this. What is the base idea of our wireless interface? It's 42000. Yep. Ctrl-Shift-C and paste it here. SID and MSID of the access point is malware -access point. Base 02, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the BSID of the wireless interface already connected to the access point? The BSID of the wireless interface that connects. Kind of this of our wireless. Alright, so this is the wait, this one will be the correct one. Solid also too. The wireless interface already connected to the access point. That's a pretty interesting thing because yeah, I have here the address. Here's the other address. Connect wireless interface already connected to this point. I have the address here. Virus. Yeah, PSK we have here. It's fluffy/champs. And that was the BSID of the wireless interface already with the access point. Let's go back. We can find somewhere up there. It's the BSID of the access point. We need to have the BSSID of the interface. Here it's default. Is there anything more interesting here? Let's maybe just run this sudo ivdef run to scan. BSID, there is this, there it is. Yeah, but also mouse. This one? I'd say so. Is this one like station? Yep. Let's scroll down there and paste it. It's 022. Woohoo, your answer is incorrect. Oh, it's correct. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching again. Yeah, again, if you want to join us in this way for Christmas, check out the second link in the description or one of the links in the pinned comments. If you enjoy what I'm doing here, leave me a like, subscribe, and yeah, see you tomorrow with another interesting task to deal with. Cheers!